looks way better. Cutting down your windshield and your fairings. The biggest tips I can give you guys is Tool 7100 1040. Or no, we only have a high beam. One of the headlight brackets is already broken. Pretty awesome. The shop, his name's Paul. He does something that's super annoying and I've asked him several times not to do. Don't. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. So I'm gonna go over all this stuff. So I know that a bunch of you guys may be interested in cutting down your windshield and your fairings. The biggest tips I can give you guys is tape a straight line across, find a center line, just go ahead and draw on the tape how you want it to look and step back, maybe try it a couple different ways, and then when you cut it larger. So then you can kind of look at it and be like, yeah, it definitely needs to be smaller. That's why I cut it this way, is so if I didn't like this, I could bring it down and just go straight across. But I think this is better because it actually looks like the windscreen did before with the rounded edges. So the basic tips are just go ahead and run a tape line, run a center line, and then find some body lines on the front that you can kind of measure off of to get it as close as you want. Make sure you round your edges, round over the top of each edge you cut, because you don't want it to be sharp. I went ahead and rounded all the edges of everything for the most part, except for on this part because the paint. So I didn't want to grind away the paint. So it's rounded on the back side, so it is a little sharp up here. But I'm maybe gonna run a trim piece that goes around that whole piece. I'm not 100% positive if I am or not. That's gonna be a decision that John needs to make. It's kind of funny, this Gsxr has the same problem as the other one that we did, that we just put it all together, is the projector is not working. But on this bike, it shows that it's lighting up. So I'm gonna have to get to that a little bit later. I'm gonna unplug it, kind of get to all the wiring. The wiring is a little bit of a mess back there, so I'm gonna kind of snip some things, probably pull this part off and maybe pull this top piece off and see if I can get to the headlight and just see if the wires are just backwards. But other than that, this thing is ready for the next steps. Lots of stuff to do. And if you have any questions on cutting this, make sure to definitely leave a comment below. Is such a mess. I can't wait until all of the Gsxr stuff is out of here so I can get to working on my bike and my van and my car. So a lot of this stuff is going to be gone. Can't wait. Bought some snap ring pliers and a snap ring so I can get snap ring in this guy. Bought two snap rings because one was a little bit slightly bigger than the other. this go on here? It's on there. I think. We will see. The washer popped off. Seems a little strange. Gotta pull it back out. I'm gonna go home. I need a little flathead, I think, because this isn't working right. It's super annoying. So it functions perfectly fine. And so what I did was, I don't know if you can see that right there, I put a dot on one and a plus on the other, so one's 0, one's 20. So this leaked a little bit of fluid, so I gotta figure out the proper bleeding procedure, but it's working great. It is what it is. I worked out a deal with Impaktech, and they're gonna give you guys 10% off of any products on their website. They hands down make some of the best products on the market when it comes to protection. The cool thing about this is I've been using Impaktech products for many years, all the way back to like around 2010, and I've never had any issues. I've always got taken care of if I had any questions with them, and I reached out to them and said, hey, I'd like to offer a deal for my audience. Is that possible? And they're like, yeah, no problem. And I reached out to them because of my experience, and it was always great, and I've always backed them up, and I've always suggested their products to people over the years. So spoiler alert, we're gonna be using a crash cage from Impaktech and a front fairing stay from Impaktech on this build. Now, we would have used other parts. We already had all the parts that we needed for this build, so there's no reason to purchase anything else. So head on over to impacttechusa.com and use the code FATPAT, P-H-A-T-P-A-T, and you'll get 10% off your next purchase. So huge shout out to Impaktech for offering that deal to you guys, and let's get back into the action. This is a little lopsided, so I'm going to take just a tiny bit off the top in the center mainly, so I can kind of shift the center point over. It's not going to be perfect, I understand, so I'm going to do that. And I've gotten a lot done that you guys haven't seen because, here, let's move this, because I just wasn't really feeling recording. So we have the RST mounted, we have all this stuff mounted, we have brakes bled. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Look how tight that is. So we got major braking force. I should probably bring this all the way in for John. But yeah, that rear brake works really well. We got our chain on. Bam! And then we got foot brake bled. It works really good. It's got a little bit of squish to it, which we may bleed out. We'll have to see. There's a reason why we have a little bit more squish on this, is because 4-piston on the foot is pretty intense. So these were orange, so I went ahead and got that all taken care of. So now they match. It's way better, right? And then our grip tape needs to be heated up so it won't pop off anymore. I still need to do this case cover. This is literally the last thing, is to do this case cover. Now this fell off and broke. I went ahead and glued it back together. I'm just gonna kind of smooth out over it. And then we gotta cut this one. I gotta drill some holes in the swing arm for this. Put this back underneath the tank. I got the GPR together. So we have our shock oil, and gonna go ahead and bleed this if need be. So yeah, oh, I gotta put the little swing arm piece. That's gonna be one of the last things as well. So these are what I'm gonna work on today with drilling this, and then I'm gonna obviously put this on. Once I get the GPR mounted and put the rubber piece on down here, I can actually button all this up and it'll be finished. I'm still gonna get this tacked down later on. This will be like kind of the last little bits. I'm gonna go over all the nuts and bolts, make sure everything is tight, snug, make sure that this is centered. As you can see, it's a little bit off. But yeah, just kind of go over the whole bike, make sure it's nut and bolted, checked and everything. Yeah, then figure out a time to show John. I'd like him to just come over to see it instead of taking it all the way out to his place, when I'll have to cart it somewhere to do like the video of it at the end. Oh, and I need to put the screens in. They were red, I painted them black, so I gotta do that. I have one just sitting there. For some reason the projector is not working, so I'm gonna wire test that before I get it back to him. So there is still quite a few things, but the weather's gonna be crappy over the next week. I'm not gonna be able to do a final video on it anyways, so I'm not too worried on that part of it. This will probably go over in that corner until the weather gets nice. Then I'll go ahead and get this out so we can do a final video on it. Almost done. I'm hoping to have pretty much the majority of this stuff done tonight. It's about 3 o'clock. I have to run one errand across town at about 5 o'clock. Let's go ahead and start working on all this stuff. So I'm gonna try this. I've never actually done this before. I'm going to go ahead and throw a zip tie through here. I'm hoping this works, because I really don't want to take the fairings all the way back apart. This, so I'm going to take two like that. I'll put one through here. Now, hoping, haha, that worked way better than I thought it would. I don't like how loose that is in there though, but I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or what. Might have to put a little bit of glue. Let's try. Oh, that's way better. Okay. That doesn't seem right though. I just need to sit like that. I'll ask John about that because I don't know. Go ahead and snip these off because this can't go back in, so probably have to put a little bit of glue on. Another thing I need to do is really get this garage more organized. If I have to go get another, like a storage unit to store some stuff until I finish the other bike, I may just have to. I can't work in such a tight place. It's so messy, so we'll see what happens. Making sure there's no red showing. That one fits way better. Oh no, it doesn't. It's still the same. I don't understand that. Does anybody else lose their tools after using them? If you have a suggestion on a way to keep your tools more organized while you're working on stuff, please let me know. Like something that you like do that's very helpful, because I'll set a tool down and go to use it, and I try and put the tool like right by where I'm using it, and it doesn't help. Looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna go around and snip all of the extra zip ties that are everywhere. So that's a lot more even. It isn't perfect, but I mean, it's hard to say. The whole bike's leaning, things are shifted. If he wants me to trim it one way or the other, then I can. But I think it looks better than it did. Now, moving on. So I have to put these nutserts in so I can put the finger saver in. Already drilled some pilot holes. Now I'm just drilling the step-up hole. Hopefully that's the right size. Please. Yeah, buddy. Nice and tight. As you can see, they're crazy snug. Gave that a tiny bit more room. So I have my mark traced out and I'm watching Goon Squad, and I'm just gonna sit here and grind this all out. I think I'm gonna wrap them just because it'll look different. I can kind of cover up this area right here, and I can always take it off. Yeah, I don't know actually. Maybe I'll leave it. Nah, I'm definitely gonna wrap it. And there it is, wrapped. It looks better. Doesn't look perfect though. It's definitely some trimming that needs to be done, and it really shows the imperfection in these fairings here, like right in here, whereas the gray didn't. Looks alright. So I went ahead and put some silicone on this, so I'm gonna try and tape this into place, maybe. So we're gonna tape it into place using some of this goop. Works pretty well. Great thing about this is it's pliable, so it's not gonna get too hard, so it'll flex with the plastic. Let that dry overnight. All right, it's pretty late. I'm gonna go ahead and catch you guys tomorrow.